Yeah, fun fact, this umbrella, I thought it was a lot smaller. Do I feel really stupid in this outfit? Yes. Today, I will be checking out Endless Summer Vacation by Miley Cyrus. I have pretty high expectations going into this album, to be honest with you. I have a feeling that this might be my favorite Miley album, just because I love the song Flowers so much. It feels like such a strong lead single, and it's one of my favorite songs that Miley has ever released. Okay, I knew I wouldn't last long in that hat, so it was a cute idea. You know, it was fun while it lasted. I will still wear the sunglasses, and I still have the umbrella, so we can still pretend that we're in a faraway land where it is summer, aka the Southern Hemisphere. I did not realize that the first track on this album is actually Flowers, which I reacted to. I always think it's telling how an artist starts an album and how an artist ends an album, and since she's starting it in this way, I mean, I'm expecting this to be a breakup album. I'm expecting this to be a very savage revenge album. But what I'm excited the most with this album is if she's going to get into more personal lyrics, because obviously I love Flowers. I think it's super fun, but it is very impersonal. You know, it's kind of one of those anthems that anyone could have written it. I'm really excited if she's going to spill any really specific tea. That is what I will be here for personally. Yes, I'm a little bit selfish and I want to know what's going on. I'm very nosy.
We were good, we were gold.
I can take myself dancing. Yeah, I'm just gonna be singing along.
Cherry red, match the roses that you laid. No remorse, I forgive every word you say.
It's a moving on song, obviously, a forgiveness. Not even forgiveness, but just she's moving on. I forgive every word you said. You know, she's just moving forward with her life in her singleness. It's empowering, like it just is. It's one of those songs where it takes a sad concept or something sad that happened and makes it a positive thing.
I can buy myself flowers.
I love the production of this song. You love me better, you love me better, baby. And I love the production of this song so much. I love the really heavy bass line, I think it is, that carries throughout. And then she brings these gorgeous strings in and everything just builds in this way that I'm obsessed with. That's my favorite aspect about this song, because it's not just like one of those catchy songs. Like, it actually has meat behind it. That makes me excited. Ooh.
Now I had time to think it over. We're much older and the bones too big to bury.
Ooh.
Isn't it a shame that it ended like that? Say goodbye forever, but you never run back. I'm sorry that you're jaded.
Pre-chorus. Oh.
You're lonely now and I hate it.
Oh,
Were you silent? Or were you silenced?
I'm sorry that
oh. Yeah, I don't know. There's something about the start of that song that I immediately connected it to the title of the song, which is Jaded. I really like this one because of the heavy sound and the pre-chorus that just happened and into the chorus. That whole transition was insane. I loved the chorus so much. I mean, the melodies there, the vocals, it's really like that soaring chorus. It's kind of reminding me of Plastic Hearts. I don't know why, but just a little bit.
You're not even willing to look at your part. You just jump in the car and it down at the body of blurry.
She just, oh.
I'm left in the dark till I worry.
This one's kind of hurting me. I mean, it's like duh, because it's a sad song, but these lyrics are getting me a little bit. You know, you go to the bar and you get really drunk and you leave me alone to just wonder if you're okay. There's something about that that really got me, and I feel like part of it is the delivery in her voice. There's just something about it that I feel like really brings out her true heart. I feel like Miley is a person that her heart is 100% on her sleeve at all times. You always kind of know what she's thinking and what she's going through, and I think that really comes through in this song and in her music in general.
And it's a fucking shame that it ended like that. You broke your own heart, but you never, we never came back. I'm sorry.
listening to this sad ass song, I do feel like a little bit of a clown here in my beach getup. I was expecting this to be a little bit more liberating right off the bat, and I do still expect that from this album, but the fact that this is just really sad, like this one is just really heartfelt, emotional, stunning. I'm obsessed with this. The second pre-chorus was actually better than the first pre-chorus. She upped it, she built it. You hear the passion come out in her voice. I am obsessed with this. I already feel like this is gonna be my favorite Miley album. I know that's a lot to say after only hearing 1.5 of the songs, but I just have a really good feeling about this.
I won't lie, it won't be easy. I'll change my number, but keep your t-shirt. Honest, I could have taken you places. I hate it.
Obsessed with the melodies. Oh, a little percussion.
Sorry that you're jaded.
It's a perfect song. I feel like with more listens, I will like that song even more than Flowers, because I am obsessed with the melodies in the pre-chorus and the chorus of that song. If you've seen my videos, you know that I love a chorus that takes flight and that just soars to the skies, and that is exactly what that chorus did. Just absolutely stunning. Her vocals were probably the best I've ever heard from her. So this is making me super excited for the album, although that was very sad, and I will say that I'm not ready to be sad, but the next one is Rose-Colored Lenses. Really curious about this one. I feel like it's gonna be, you know, I had rose-colored lenses on. I thought you were the perfect guy, but you weren't. Something like that. Ooh, I already really like that.
Sunrise got us up early.
Ooh.
So we put on our shade. Sticky sweet lemonade. Never
I read her mind. I mean, Endless Summer Vacation. It's not that hard to predict lemonade and shades.
if I had control over you,
Ooh, this
we could stay like this forever. Falling stupid like we're kids, wearing rose-colored lenses, pretend we'll never end.
Yeah, this is so real, because she's like, I just want to stay in this place where we just fall in love, like we're not children, where we fall in love, you know, like we're dumb teenagers. It's the honeymoon phase, and it's so real to want that feeling, and to want that feeling to just last forever. I like the sound of this one too. It's a little bit more dark and acoustic toward the verses, but then the chorus, it just took off again. I really love the way it started too, with like, I think there was a really dark drum that it just kind of, I felt like I was in the room with her or something. Okay, the transitions on this album I'm already really loving. I loved the way it transitioned into that. I can already tell the production and like the transitions on this album are gonna get me.
Endless summer vacation.
I knew it was coming.
If I had control over you, we could stay like this forever.
I love that transition. What's funny about this one is it has this dark undertone in the sound of it. When you look at the lyrics on the surface level, it's sort of this dark, twisted fantasy, because obviously you don't want to actually have to make someone love you, and that matches the production, which is also this darker sound, and I think that's really cool and really interesting. This is kind of like a dark song, but it's also such a relatable feeling at the same time. I don't know how to describe it, but it's really genius to me. I love, ooh, that's like, this song is genius to me. It really is, because her voice is sort of getting lost in the sound of it and lost in the production. And I feel like that could be matching with the lyrics that are saying, I just want to get lost in our relationship, and I just want to get lost in this honeymoon phase forever and ever and ever. And it's fading into the production, and it's getting heavier and darker. And I just, honest to God, think this is a really genius song. I mean, so far we're 3 for 3, but like this one stands out as being really masterfully written, in my opinion.
We could stay like this forever.
I thought it was gonna drop.
Like we're kids wearing rose-colored lenses. Let's just play pretend. Let's just keep pretending.
Oh, I don't know what's happening. Okay, that one took me out. I mean, again, we're 3 for 3. I love this album so far. But that one, I mean, what a masterpiece. I totally got lost up in it and wrapped up in it at the end of the song. And I feel like that was almost the intention. Again, going back to, I feel like the production matched the lyrics of the song, which I cannot wrap my mind around. The next one is 1,000 Miles. 1,000 miles if I could get to you. What's that song by Vanessa Carlton? Why can I remember her name, but I can't remember the song title? It is featuring Brandi Carlile. I've personally never really gotten into her music, but I know she is killing it out there. Like, she's gotten Grammys and everything. She kind of has like an Americana sound. So it will be interesting to see if that carries to the song. She's doing some experimental things, you know? That's Brandi. I feel like we're gonna get a true collab, which makes me really excited because I always love collabs that feel like they have a purpose. They're doing something. They're not just there for no reason. And oh, you know what? Honest to God, sometimes I forget that Miley started out in country music.
You think I'm crazy.
Vocals.
You might be right.
Vocals.
But when he smiles, I don't care about the past.
It's a love song.
I'm not always right, but still I ain't got time for what went wrong.
What is?
Like a rolling stone.
Ooh, I like that.
Miles from anywhere.
I am not sure about this one.
Realize it's madness.
Brandi.
Pick up the phone and I call back home, but all I get is a dial tone.
Ooh. You know, this one's not immediately grabbing me sonically. I will say I appreciate that it is a true collab between two artists. It's not just a song that Miley did that she slapped Brandi onto. It feels like a true collaboration, and I think that that's really cool. I also love the vocals, and some of these transitions are insane.
I told myself to close that door, but I'm right back here again.
Harmonies. The production of this one is really interesting to me because it's kind of like that Americana production that I know Brandi does, mixed with a little bit of experimental vibes. It's not my favorite thing in the world. Oh, is that a harmonica? Okay. That kind of it's growing on me. I'm torn. I'm so torn. My brain's gonna explode. Okay, that was the first one that I don't know how I felt about it immediately. I had such mixed emotions throughout that. I can appreciate, you know, the collab and everything. Really interesting production. Yeah, it felt very true to Miley's roots. The next one, You. Very vague. It probably means Liam, let's be honest. Okay.
I wanna set off alarms, get kicked out of bars before 2.
Ooh.
But only if it's with you.
I like this.
Flip off my exes. want sex under the moon. But only if it's with you.
Ooh. We'll get into that transition. I like this one. It's kind of bringing me back. I really like the way she's starting it. Really strips back with the piano and just her vocals. Again, I feel like she wears her heart on her sleeve, and she's one of those artists that when she sings, I feel like I can see into her soul. I say the same thing about Lady Gaga, and for some reason this is evoking Lady Gaga for me. Joanne vibes a little bit. I'm just gonna say it. I am now thinking that this might be more of a love album than I thought, because this Obviously, along with the last song, sounds like it's about someone in her life currently that she's dating. Did not see that coming. I don't know anything about Miley's love life.
I'm not made for no horse-and carriage. You know I'm savage, but you're looking past it. For everlasting love, but only if it's with you.
Miley.
I'll pick a fight to make up on the floor of your room, but only if it's with you.
I love her delivery of you.
I got some baggage.
Me too.
I want that late night sweet magic, that forever last.
I love that build of the melodies.
Crazy. Oh, yeah.
There are some production moments on this album that are throwing me for a damn loop. I did not see it ending with that little pew pew. I liked that one. The thing that I liked the most about that was just the vocals. I loved that it felt kind of like Miley's purest musical form. Anyone else? I just felt like it kind of went back to her roots. It just felt very down to earth. Yeah, it was really cute too. I do wonder if she's in love with someone. I didn't know, but that's fine. It's fine. I was ready for like a Savage, like single girls anthem moment. And if she's in love, it's kind of gonna kill the vibe for me, but I'm happy for her if she's in love. The next one is Handstand. This is definitely one that I was the most curious to hear, because there are so many different ways that could go. Like, there's some things on this album that I was just not expecting. Where are we going?
We met each other on the neon dinghy.
What?
Electric eels and red venom. You're questioning the science cause you don't understand how I'm doing what I'm doing in a fucking handstand. You found it so impressive, it's like you saw a unicorn, you don't understand.
I like this part.
What?
Okay, this is like 12 different songs. I don't even know if this is a song. Does this even categorize as a song? I will say I did not like the first half of this song, but then when it went into the whole handstand bit, I did really like that section. And then I have no idea what I just listened to, let alone if I liked it. And then now it's going into this part that I like as well. So I'm very confused. Obviously, I mean, again, is this a song? I don't know if this is technically a song. I feel like it's partially a song, it's partially a poem, it's partially a electronic dance club experience.
I wish I could know that it's forever.
Okay. I don't know what to do with this.
You're questioning the science cause you don't understand how I'm doing what I'm doing in a fucking handstand.
I like that. I love the melody. Okay, I don't know what to do with that song. I loved the whole handstand melody in that whole section. I was like, if she would take that part of the song, remove it, and make it its own song, I would listen to that. However, I can't say with confidence that I will be going back to that song as an entire thing. It went in so many different directions. I'm sure it's for someone, and people are freaking out over how much they love it. And I'm so glad for you, but I'm confused. The next one is River. I do feel like this was a single, or there's like a music video that's coming out. Guys, can I be honest? I don't feel like watching a music video tonight. Huh? I'm sorry, I'm still out of it from the last song. I have not recovered from that. Okay, please be normal.
I got a new dress just to meet you downtown. Heartbeat so loud that it's drowning me out. You're just like a river. You go on forever.
She builds the song so interestingly because you think you know where the production is, and then all of a sudden she brings in an electronic synth, and it's so interesting. It is so different. I'm not the Miley expert, but I believe she's never done a sound like that before. So that's just really interesting to me. I'm not connecting with this one either. I'm bummed, honestly. I was looking forward to this one because I know it's a single. I like that walk down.
Can't stop, I'm thinking lately. You could be the one. Have the honor of my babies. Hope they have your eyes.
I actually do like the verses.
Heartbeat so loud that it's drowning me out.
Actually, I like that, so.
In an April shower, you're just like a river.
It's actually growing on me a lot. Yeah, sure. No, I like that.
Your face is all in my head. It turns me on that you can, baby.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Like a river. Heartbeat so loud that it's drowning me out.
I love that melody. Converging. Ooh, and then it ended like that. No, that one grew on me a lot. More than I expected it would. I actually loved it by the end of the song. I mean, it wasn't a top favorite or anything, but I loved the pre-chorus. Like going down to the chorus, that was really cool. The next one, I am literally obsessed with this title, Violet Chemistry. I think that's one of the coolest song titles I've heard in a minute. Bring me back a little bit to the sound that we were at before, like rose-colored lenses, Jaded. I would love that back. If you're willing to give it to me. I was not expecting this.
When the floor is wet and the lights come on, but you don't wanna leave. Stay a while with me.
Oh, that drop.
Don't deny the violent chemistry.
Oh, I like that. I was just not expecting her to get experimental on this album. To be honest with you, I expected flowers for the entire album. Now, is that dumb of me to assume that? Of course, because it's an album. There's always space on an album to go in tons of different directions. So I really should not be this surprised, but I was just not expecting this. It's electronic in a way that I was not anticipating whatsoever. I like this one. It's kind of growing on me now that it's really getting into it.
Put your arms around me. Put them around me.
I've also never heard her do vocals like this. Again, I am not the Miley Cyrus expert. I want to make that very clear that I could definitely be missing things because I am not an expert on her music. As far as her albums, I really would say I know Plastic Hearts pretty well, and that is about it. I know Bangers. I actually think I know Bangers the most. You know what? When I think about it, Miley is so versatile that I really should not have been that surprised by this because she really is always experimenting. Like when you think about the difference between Bangers and Younger Now and Plastic Hearts. But I'm just surprised after Flowers that this is the direction it's going. She's doing so many different things with the vocals on this album that are really interesting. And I personally don't recall hearing her do. It is really interesting to me. This is a very interesting album. Very engaging to listen to as well. I love that beat. Just love her delivery.
The shapes, mixing all the colors like we're making a Monet.
Oh,
Ain't done this in so long.
this is wild to me. I cannot wrap my mind around this song in this moment. I really feel like this one's going to be a grower for me because the more that I listen to it, the more that I love it and the more that I feel like it's a masterpiece of a song. So I'm intrigued to see, if it will continue to grow on me or not. But it's just really going all these different directions that I was not expecting. This bridge, though, is really, really cool. I really like this.
Don't deny the violent chemistry.
I love the way she sings that. The chorus is kind of reminding me of Jaded, where I just love her delivery so much. The more that song went on, the more that I loved it. I feel like I just need some time to fully process it. The next song is actually a feature with Sia, and I am very excited about this one because I really, really love some of Sia's music. I love Sia's voice, and I also think her Christmas album is insane, and more people need to be talking about that Christmas album. So I'm plugging her Christmas album even though it's March.
I don't know who the hell you think you're messing with. Get the fuck out of my house with that shit.
Ooh, I like this.
You smell like perfume that I didn't purchase. Now I know why you've been closing the curtains on.
Oh!
You got it wrong.
Ah!
I'm about to do somebody. Yeah, I'm about to do somebody.
Okay, it just dawned on me, obviously, what this song is about. If she's talking about Liam, it seems like she has now confirmed the fact that he cheated on her. You know, obviously smells like perfume that I didn't purchase. She's going to talk about his muddy feet. Why are your feet muddy, Liam? We are getting savagery. We are getting what I thought this whole album was going to be. And it sort of has and sort of hasn't matched my expectation thus far. But, ooh, okay.
Keep coming round with your muddy feet. And I'm gonna have to do somebody.
I can't tell if she's saying I'm about to kill somebody or I'm about to do somebody. I am going to look it up in a minute because I'm curious. She is so angry in this song. This one is standing out because obviously the vocals are just furious. And again, that to me is just really masterful when an artist matches the sound of the song or the vocals or something about the song to the meaning of the song. It just gets me every time. And so this one's really getting me. I like this for some reason. I know it's like kind of the most intense one, but I really like it. I love this angry side. Part of it is because she has every right to be angry. If she was cheated on, like she has every right to be angry. Oh, I'm about to do something about it.
Back and forth, always questioning my questioning. Get the fuck out of my head with that shit.
Oh, I like this one a lot.
The weeds and you killed all the roses. Worthy arrives when the other door closes.
It sort of seems like a dual meaning when she says muddy feet. On one hand, his shoes could literally be muddy. Maybe he was like off-roading with his side piece. And on the other hand, I feel like it could just be a general metaphor for him being dirty since he's been with another girl and he is not being faithful to their relationship. Oh, I love the sound of this one. This is my favorite since... This might be my favorite since Rose-Colored Lenses. Y'all know I love an angry song.
Yeah, I'll have to do somebody.
Yes. Oh, I loved that one. I loved that one for the savagery. I loved it for the sound. I loved everything about it. The next one is Wildcard, which is like this entire album to me has just been a wild card.
Do you wanna play house? I could be your wife. Go and meet your mom in a dress too tight. I'm a wild card.
You really are.
Love when you hold me, but loving you is never enough.
Vocals.
I'm a wild card.
Ooh.
I'm a wild card.
You already know, if you know my videos and you know my taste, I love the way that it went into that super heavy chorus. It was so heavy, so weighted down. I really like this one too. These last couple have really been reminiscent of each other for me, Muddy Feet and Wildcard. I feel like they sound very similar in like the vocals that she's doing and like the way she's singing is very similar in both, and they both have this like dark, angry sound. It's really interesting. The rose-colored lenses are clearly gone.
Pillows on the floor and the flowers dead.
The Flowers Dead. She started this album on a very triumphant note with Flowers. Then we got into Jaded, which was sad. Rose-Colored Lenses and 1,000 Miles and You, I feel like we're all sort of about a new love and maybe like a hope that comes from a new relationship. And the last few have felt like she has completely lost all of that. and we're getting into the real emotions that are underlying this relationship and the falling apart of this relationship. And that is so interesting to me. It's giving genius. It really is. I really feel like there's something going on with this album that is genius. Objectively, even with the songs that I haven't enjoyed, I still feel like this is a very high quality album.
Just don't forget, baby, I'm a wild card.
I love her delivery, the runs.
Forever may never come.
She said forever may never come. Again, it sounds like, going back to the title of Jaded, it sounds like she is jaded now. She started the album with maybe a more triumphant or a more hopeful mindset, and we're slowly seeing that disintegrate. So that's great. I love that one. The last couple have brought me back after there were a few in the middle of the album that I didn't connect with. Oh, I don't know. I'm like a little bit just taken aback right now and just processing. I'm scared. I literally feel like I'm on an island already. So that's another really cool, it's always cool to me. It's always cool to me when the production matches the title of the song or what the song is about. It's just something that I can't really get past. It's genius to me.
I'm on an island, dirty, dancing in the sun, so far from everyone.
Ooh.
But I'm still wishing for the love that I don't have.
Girl, me too.
Am I stranded on an island? Have I landed in paradise?
Ooh. This one's interesting. She's questioning a lot about her situation. Is she alone or is she empowered? You know, going back to, I feel like there was that hopeful start with flowers. It sounds like now she's questioning whether she is empowered and confident or if she is lonely and she really misses being in a relationship. I don't know. That's just what's coming to mind. But I like this one though.
On an island, or have I landed? I can paint my toenails while I'm soaking up the sea. But no one here needs nothing from me, and it's kind of nice.
No one here needs nothing from me, and it's kind of nice. This is so interesting. She's asking, is it good being single? Is it good not having this person in my life? Or is it actually really lonely and really isolating? And what's also interesting is there's pros and cons to everything in life. There's pros and cons to being alone and being single, being independent, whatever. And there's pros and cons to being in a relationship. There's no real answer to this question. Am I on an island? Am I lonely? Or am I better off alone? There's not really a clear answer because that's just not how life works. Honestly, this album is a little bit deep, and I'm thinking about things that I just didn't think that I would be thinking about. So, okay.
So I'm sitting here wondering all day long, am I stranded?
I feel such island vibes.
I hear your voice like a song on the radio.
I really like this too. Feel good island vibes. Converging. I love this one. Oh, it's fading. I love that it's just fading out. It's so catchy. I love that one. I feel like people aren't gonna connect with that one as much. I mean, that's just me guessing. But I loved it. I thought it was just so vibey, very much island vibes. I felt like I was being transported to an island. My sunglasses being on my head and the umbrella behind me definitely helped with that image. I actually feel like that might have been one of my favorites. The last track I will be listening to is Wonder Woman. I'm really excited about this one. I'm excited to see how she's going to close up this album after everything we have just experienced. You know, what sound is going to end this album, what lyrics are going to finish off this album that does feel like a masterpiece to me. Ooh, nothing's happened, so I don't know why I did that.
She's a Wonder Woman.
Oh.
Never know she's broken. 'cause she's always fine.
It's about having to have it all together, put on a brave face.
Only when she cries.
I don't know if that was a glitch in my sound or if the way that the vocals were mixed, her voice cracked a little bit.
She cries.
I don't know what that is, but it's interesting to me.
She makes sure that no one's around to see her fall apart.
Oh.
She's a won't-stop woman.
This is, I'm kind of actually relating to the lyrics in this. I'm not trying to call myself a Wonder Woman, but I am relating to the fact that she's talking about someone who is very overworked, who kind of tries to do so much and overdoes it sometimes, and trying to put on a brave face and never letting anyone in and knowing that you're actually not doing so well. I think there's, a myriad of people who can relate to that sentiment. This is beautiful. This is a stunning end to the album. I'm so glad she ended it on this really intimate ballad.
All her tears are planned. She's dancing in the dark.
This one's kind of taking me out a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. She said, all her tears are planned. That is one of the standout lyrics from the entire album for me, because it's just such a telling lyric. Like, she's planning when she's going to break down because she doesn't want to appear weak and she doesn't want to appear like she needs help. She doesn't want to appear fragile, but we're all fragile at times and there's nothing wrong with that. So it's just really, this is just really, really beautiful. Probably my favorite. I don't know at this point what my favorites are, but okay.
She wants to be the one that never does.
I am wondering if she is writing this song from an autobiographical standpoint or if she's talking about someone in her life, because, she doesn't refer to herself in the first person.
Never know she is broken.
I'm sorry, I know I keep pausing, but this is such an interesting closing track to have after Flowers was the opening track. This is almost the opposite song because it's all about how she puts on this brave face and she puts on this confidence, but really she's hurting and she's hiding her pain. And I think that is so telling that she started the album and closed the album with such opposite tracks. I think that's genius. I think this is a genius album, to be honest with you. I think objectively, this is a masterpiece of an album.
She cried.
I don't really feel like I'm ready for this album to be over. I kind of want it to be endless. Give me a minute. Personally, I loved this album. I found it to be a masterpiece. I feel like this album has the potential to get mixed reviews just because there was a lot of sounds in the album that were a bit different. It was a little all over the place in the middle there. But personally, I loved this album. I will say in the middle, she lost me a little bit. I guess 1,000 Miles and Handstand were really the only ones. Handstand really lost me, to be honest with you. But as far as like the entire album, I think it's a masterpiece. I'm really excited to listen to it more because obviously, I was mainly processing for some of the songs, but so many songs on here that I loved in a really deep way. Like, they just felt really, really quality to me. I love the whole concept of the album. I think it's genius. The way that she plays with all these different aspects of the breakup. There was so many different aspects of a love and of a heartbreak that she touched on in this album. It started so confident and so empowered with Flowers, and by the end we're getting this just gut-wrenching, gorgeous ballad of Wonder Woman. So just to see it go in all these different directions, and each song that had such a different emotion behind it, the production often matched that emotion, thinking about Wonder Woman being a ballad, so intimate with her vocals, and it was the one that was the most intimate lyrically as well. Muddy Feet was so angry in the sound and the lyrics. Masterpiece. I consider this album a masterpiece. I just do. I don't know how other people are going to feel about it, just because it is a little bit all over the place in terms of the sound. You know, when you think about Island versus Jaded versus Handstand, how are you going to have those all be on the same album? I really loved it. I really did. I'm so glad that she brought me back after Handstand, to be honest with you. Also, I had fun with my little island vibe here. I feel like I just experienced a lot of different emotions, to be honest with you. I was angry, sad, happy, sometimes all at the same time. This is my album ranking. What are some of my favorites? Some of my least favorites? Always open to change and evolve over time, and feel free to disagree with me. Obviously too soon to tell if it will beat Plastic Hearts for me, but it has potential to, honestly. It'll be interesting to see. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did make it to this point, feel free to like and subscribe if that's something you're interested in, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.